Just let me get this set up right now. Oh goodness, I need to turn this down. There we go. Alright. That should work. There we go. We're back with more Stardew Valley. I'll be honest. I was thinking earlier in the week, hey, I don't know if Stardew Valley is a good idea this week because I don't know if I have anything to talk about. And then the Pokemon stuff happened yesterday, and now I have too much to talk about. But before we do that, how have y'all Jeez. I'm already tripping up on my words. It's been 30 seconds. How have all your weeks been? I've had a pretty decent week myself. Had a few things go wrong, had a few setbacks, but worked through them, and now it's the weekend, so we're good to go. Either way, as you can see in the description, we have some goals. First goal is just to make it through the spring. That's gonna be this whole stream, just getting to summer. Maybe we'll play a few days in the summer. I'm not sure yet. The next goal is to clean up the farm because I want it to look nice. Like, this section of the farm is looking pretty okay. Like, we've got a lot of grass growing over here, which, you know, I'd prefer if that wasn't happening, but until we get a silo, I don't want to get rid of it. But the other 3 corners of our map are, not good. I can't walk through them without a scythe in my hands, so we're gonna try and clean all that up today. And, also, maybe get the house upgrade. That'd be great, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, then again, we do have all these strawberries, so maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. Man, maybe I got a little too ambitious with this strawberry field. We're almost at half energy already. So, yeah. It's not exactly thrilling gameplay watching me just water dirt, but oh. It's gotta be done. Also, I should be making sure that I check on the community center bundles a little more often. Yeah, we're gonna need to do that artisan bundle. It's Saturday, so there's no, wandering merchant today? I don't remember what she's named. I feel like I hit the start stream button, and immediately, all my brain cells died. Just all at once. No warning, they just, every single brain cell, dead. And Gold Star Daffodil. That'd be good to give someone. I feel like I should focus most on befriending Emily because she can give me cloth. Which means I wouldn't have to get a deluxe coop or a deluxe barn. Ooh. Speak of the devil. Alright. Anchovy. I think those are in the ocean, right? Let me just double check. Caught in the ocean. Okay. First off, let's get some turnips, some parsnips. Not turnips. Why am I thinking of Animal Crossing? birthday today? Oh, it's Shane's birthday. Alright. I should really be keeping track of birthdays as well. I never said I was good at Stardew Valley. Though then again, do you really have to be good at Stardew Valley? So, also, one thing that I noticed, I was listening over to one of the AI the Somnium Files streams, and I noticed there was an odd buzzing noise in the background. I wasn't sure if that was the fan that I keep outside my bedroom door, or if it's my computer. So let me know if the buzzing is still there. Like, I can't tell from where I am. Because if it is the fan, then that's an easy fix. If it's the computer, then I'm gonna have to figure out something else that I can do. What am I doing? Right, yes, okay. Actually, take the spring onions and take those salmon berries. Use those. We should probably get a better fishing rod, now that I think about it. We have quite a bit of bait. Actually, wait a minute. We can make a recycling machine. Can't we? Do we have any iron? We don't. Alright, well, whatever. We can actually make this kind of work out perfectly. Because we can spend all day fishing. And then, because Emily works at the Stardew Saloon, we can drop by there, drop off her fish, and at the same time pick up some beer or something for Shane, and get it all done at once. Oh, hi Elliot. You probably wouldn't like it inside my cabin. It's dark and full of spiders. You know, actually, doesn't sound too bad. So, either way, I'm not sure what you all think about the Pokemon stuff that was announced yesterday. I am cautiously optimistic. And, like, I understand the complaints about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl's art styles. I really do. I really do understand where people are coming from with that. And I think it's less the models, because a lot of people are saying, oh, the models or the art style is off. I don't think it's that. I think it's the shaders they're using. Because they're using different shaders to any other Pokemon game, which, I mean, obviously, it's by a different studio. And also, you can notice in the trailers that the Pokemon shadows are actually being rendered in real time. Or something along those lines. I don't know if I'm using those words correctly. What I mean to say is... Ooh, 2 rubies. What I mean to say is that in the past, a lot of, like, shadows in Pokemon have just been, like, circles underneath the Pokemon. But, like, you can especially see it in the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl announcement. God, those names are a mouthful. I guess it's no worse than Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But... Oh, is that my anchovy? No, it's a sardine. But, yeah, you can see it in that announcement trailer when Piplup attacks and, like, flaps its wings. You can see the shadow also flapping its wings. So, you wouldn't think that it'd be an exciting thing in a video game franchise in 2021. But it is a first for the series. So they are using a different, like, lighting engine and different shaders. I think it's just that. And there is time for them to fix it before it comes out. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we thought that about Sword and Shield. But the thing is, this is being made by a different company. This is not being made by Game Freak. We can't just assume that it's gonna be like a Game Freak Pokemon game just because that's how it's always been. Like, they've probably got a whole different work setup and everything. At least that's just my opinion of it. I'm definitely looking at this as more of, like, less being excited for the games themselves, and more being excited for what the games, like, mean in the long run. Yay, we got our anchovy. Hell yeah. Mostly because, like, the reason why I'm so excited to see, like, both Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, those are the ones I'm talking about the most. Obviously, Pokemon Legends Arceus is super good. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's the kind of game that I wanted to play, like, that I would, like, dream about back when I was a kid, where it's like, oh yeah, you go back into the past of Pokemon, and, you know, the godlike legendary Pokemon is, like, something that you can, like, catch, and it's part of the story, and, you know, it's open world, you just run around with your Pokemon. And also, it's exciting just from the fact that, you know, I think it's a very neat choice that they handed the proper, like, Diamond and Pearl remakes to a different studio and gave the more experimental title to Game Freak. Like, you'd think that if they were playing it safe, they would have given the remakes to Game Freak and then Legends to another developer. Like, I think the way they're doing it right now is really interesting because it shows to me that they've been listening to the fans. Like, ever since Sword and Shield was released, hell, ever since we saw, like, pre-release footage of the wild area, people were criticizing Sword and Shield's art style, people were criticizing, you know, the way the environments didn't quite compare to other Nintendo Switch titles. And people were also saying, hey, Sword and Shield feels extremely rushed. I wish that Game Freak wasn't the only studio working on Pokemon, because if they had a bit more leeway, then they could make much better games, because we've seen them make good games in the past. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White 2, all of those fantastic games. Even before then, like, Platinum was amazing, Emerald was great. You know, they've made good stuff. It's just as the time has gone on, the windows for them to actually develop these games have been getting smaller and smaller. So a lot of fans were like, hey, let's see another development team handle this. And so that's what they did, and that's amazing. It really does feel like they care about what fans are saying. Another thing that I think people are forgetting about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is that the target demographic for Pokemon games is kids. Like, it's a kids game. It's a kids series. It can be enjoyed by adults. Calling something a kids series does not mean that adults can't enjoy it, because they can. But its target demographic is kids. Diamond and Pearl, the originals, came out almost 15 years ago. The majority of their target demographic wasn't even alive when these games came out. So, whenever I see people complaining that it's going to be a one-to-one remake, like, of course that's bad for the people who have been in this for a long time. But a lot of kids have never played the original Diamond and Pearl. Hell, a lot of kids weren't even alive whenever frickin' Platinum came out. And it's like, the way I see it, if you don't want the remakes, that's fine. Like, if you've still got Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, like, especially Platinum. Platinum holds up great today. Diamond and Pearl have their problems. They've got their technical problems. They're not the best, but Vesta, you need to not be on my desk. Diamond and Pearl have their technical problems, but they're still solid games. Like, if you're upset with the remakes, that's fine. It's just, I feel like, also with the whole one-to-one thing, this is the first time another developer is being tasked on making a main series Pokemon game. Also, Vesta, get off my desk. Please, you're gonna make me lose a fish. The way that I see it, it's actually very smart for them to make this choice for remakes instead of, you know, like, the options for making main series Pokemon games at this point is either making an entirely new generation or doing a remake. And obviously when it comes to, you know, letting someone else handle the franchise, it's a lot less risky to hand them a game that has already been made, that has already, like, been super popular, and has a lot of framework that they can use to make a really good game, than to hand them an entirely new piece of the franchise. Now, am I going to get Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl when they first release? Probably not. Probably not. I learned my lesson with that with Sword and Shield, because while I did enjoy it, oh, we got a cutscene. Grr, sounds like those raccoons are back again. Filthy varmints. Ah, you turned up at the right moment, miss. Could you do an old man a favor? Could you go around the corner and scare off those raccoons for me? They've been causing a real mess. Thanks. Make sure you give them a good scare so they never come back. Oh? It was me. I'm sorry. I find a lot of hot, fresh food in these cans. Stuff that'll go to waste if I don't take it. That's pretty unsanitary, though. Do you think there's something wrong with what I'm doing? I mean, it is a shame for food to go to waste. I don't think you should be eating it out of the garbage cans. That's pretty unsanitary. I'm worried that you'll get sick. But I don't want to say it's disgusting, because I think that's implying that he's disgusting for doing it. I'm gonna say it's a shame for food to go to waste. Because I don't give a damn if it's illegal. I don't care if it's illegal. And also, it's not his private property, it's garbage. He threw it out. That's not your private property anymore. If you've thrown it in the trash, it's not yours. And no, but you should get a job and stop leeching off of others. Like, he's told us before that, like, this is just the lifestyle that he wants. So, we're gonna just side with him. Thanks, Novella. I knew you were an open-minded person. I feel good about what I'm doing. I'm not harming anyone. It's the trash man, yeah! He eats garbage. You can go on home. I promise I won't rummage in George's can anymore. You can tell him you scared off the raccoons for good. Cool. I mean, I am really not one to judge Linus, because every time I go past the trash cans, I dig in them. Wait. I know what you were doing, Linus. Oh. If you need food, just ask. I don't want anyone in Pelican Town to go hungry. Here, I've got a basket of zucchini fritters for you. Just make sure you dip them in my spicy marinara. That sounds really good. I've never actually eaten anything with zucchini before. All I know about zucchini is that, apparently it's, like, if you grow zucchini, it's very easy to grow way too much. And So if someone has a zucchini plant, they'll try to, like, give it to anyone else because they're so sick of eating zucchini. Man, if anyone ever gave me zucchini, I would try to figure out something I could cook with them. Also, Vesta, why? Why are you being a jerk right now? Please. Please stop. Please stop. Please get off of there. Get off of there. Go on, take it. Sorry, my cat is knocking things off and just generally being disruptive. Which I don't understand because this whole morning she has been very quiet, just like looking out my window, doing whatever she feels like. But for some reason today, now that I'm streaming, she's like, ah yes, it's time for chaos. Here, happy birthday. Oh, is it my birthday today? I guess it is. Thanks, this is nice. Why are you bothering me? I want to be alone. I just gave you a birthday gift. Would it kill you to be a little more grateful? Take anchovy. I didn't take the quest. Hello. Hello, Raphael. Welcome. Planted 2 zucchini plants in the garden last year. One died, but the other made like 3 dozen large zucchinis. Holy crap, 1 plant? That's insane. Alright. Now I can give her a fish. Take this. Let's see, here's what I owe you. So, we messed up. We messed up and we gave her a gift she hates, and now we can't give her another gift. It's going pretty good. You missed my big rant about the new Pokemon games. And why I think people are a little too picky about them. But, and more just like what they mean for Game Freak as a whole. Long story short, I think they're a good step forward. I think they're a good step forward for how Pokemon is handling things. It's making me pretty optimistic for the franchise, because like, I was saying before the Linus cutscene, Sword and Shield, they aren't bad games. They aren't bad games. They're enjoyable for what they are. But they were disappointing because there are so many points where you can kind of see the missed opportunities. And I think a lot of that did come down to just Game Freak having too much on their plates. Haven't played Pokemon in a while. Yeah, honestly, it hasn't been great. I think it's just because, a lot of, like, the recent Pokemon releases, like, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon were disappointing to me. And then Sword and Shield came out and they were disappointing to me. So I was like, man, am I just done with Pokemon? You stopped after Pokemon Y? You know, that's fair. I do find that the 3D Pokemon titles don't have the same appeal as a lot of the... just a second. I gotta focus. Ah! Ah! Bad. They don't have the same feel as the old sprite-based ones. And like I was saying earlier, like a lot of people are upset about the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl art style. And are upset that it's gonna be a Vesta. Goodness. I may have to step away for a second and go and put her in timeout. Or at least put her in another room where she can't... Okay. After this, I'm gonna have to do that, because right now she is actually, like, scratching at the walls and just making a lot of noise, and it's hard for me to focus. I have given you plenty of warnings, Vesta. Like I said, I don't know why she's like this today. I agree. No, just a second. Ah, I can't read chat and play Journey of the Prairie King at the same time. My brain won't let me. Ah. I see the chat popping up out of the corner of my eye, but I need to focus. What happened? You look like you had a stroke. I was just trying to, like, yell at Vesta to get her to stop scratching at the walls. I'm gonna lose my security deposit, you little dip. I think she's calmed down. I think she's decided not to be an asshole, which is good, because I want to focus. I agree, they're not on the same field, but as a kid who would always imagine that it was in the anime, I do appreciate 3D battles. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite things about what we've seen so far of Legends of Arceus, because it's also like way too early to say anything about how the games are gonna be. Like right now everyone is like super hyped for Legends Arceus. Vesta is a cat. Vesta is a cat. She is very cute and very sweet, but she also has moments where she just has too much bastard energy in her little skull, and she decides, yes, I need to make this everyone else's problem. Which I think is just a cat thing. Oh gosh. That was bad. That was bad. But yeah. So, right now, Pokemon Legends Arceus is the one that everyone's, like, super excited for, and then, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Like I said, those are mouthfuls. Those are mouthfuls. That's weird. I just heard something out in the hallway. Why is everything happening now that I'm streaming? Nothing happened all morning. All morning things were good. And now I may have to go and actually check on that. If I lose in Journey of the Prairie King, I will go and I will check, because it sounded like someone just slipped a paper in my door. And if it's something from my landlord, I'm gonna have to check on that. Nice, I got a cat named Morgana after the cat. Yeah! I need to play Persona 5. I've been wanting to play it for a really long time, and I've never picked it up. Maybe someday on stream, I'll do that. Like, if I get a capture card where I can stream my PS4. Or, I mean, isn't there a new version that came out and it's like for PS5 or something? I don't know, I don't keep up with the Persona series. I've actually never played a Persona game before. Like, they seem like cool games. I've never actually sat down and played them. I did watch a couple smaller YouTubers that I like. I did watch them play Persona 3 for a little bit. But I never actually finished the series that they did. And I don't remember, I think they were going to do a Let's Play of, like, both. They had a version of it where it's like you had, like, the male main character, but then you had, like, a female main character you could play as. Yeah, there's a Persona game coming called Persona 5 Strikes, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I think I'm thinking of. Oh god, I need money. I need money! Ah! Okay, I was hoping that would bring me closer to, this, but... Okay. Time for hell. Played every Persona from 2 until 5. Awesome! Yeah, I really need to play the Persona games, because I've heard they're really good, I heard they have a lot of nice characters to them. And I do really like the art style that they go for, where it's like... It's kind of anime, but also kind of, like, cartoony and realistic at the same time. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it. I think I just said 7 contradictions in that sentence alone, but, the sort of, like, more realistic, almost like Western cartoon-inspired anime style. Okay. Oh! I have another life! Alright! Yeah, they are really fun. Here's the thing. Okay. Okay. Let me get the dollar! Let me get the dollar! No! Okay, I'll be right back. I need to go check on something. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. It was probably just one of my neighbors coming down the hallway with like some papers in their hands or something. The reason why I got so worried is because, so I don't have a cabinet door on one of my kitchen cabinets. And I haven't since I moved in about a year ago, because they had to like completely renovate my apartment. The last people who lived here kind of let it get overrun by bugs. So, I got a completely renovated apartment, new appliances, new rugs, new paint on the walls, everything new. The issue is that, I accidentally moved in a little bit early. At least, so I moved in around, I think it was like the very end of March last year. And, the workers who were doing the renovations for my apartment thought I was moving in at the beginning of April. So there was a bit of a miscommunication there. And I should actually be, like, playing game. I should actually be playing game, not just talking. Y'all didn't come here just to listen to me talk. You also wanted this sick gameplay. You want to see me be pro gamer. But yes, there was a miscommunication on the workers, like between the workers and me and the landlady, and so I didn't have closet doors for quite a while, and I also don't have a cabinet door on one of my cabinets. So I thought maybe they were like, okay, we got the cabinet door in, we're ready to put it in, and we're gonna come tomorrow. And if that's the case, then I'd like to make sure, because I'm kind of a slob, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of bad at cleaning up after myself. And by kinda, I mean really bad. Like, not so bad, not as bad as the previous tenants. I don't think I could get that bad. But, or, I mean, I'm sure I could, but I'm not that bad. But even so, it's like I want to make sure that, you know, everything is nice and tidy whenever people come in. I don't exactly get many visitors. Which, I mean, I'm kind of happy that I don't. I feel like that would just be, like, a bit of a hassle. But yeah, Persona 2 was fun, but got really annoying. 3 was really fun, story, but also really depressing. 4 was just straight up a mystery, and 5, gotta think 5 is the best. Yeah, I've heard really, really good things about Persona 5. I'm bad at cleaning and stuff. I always got something else to do. Yeah, exactly. It's like, with me, like, I'm busy with work, which, of course, because it's, like, quota-based and not, hours-based. Because, like, of course, I mean, I get a certain amount of footage, I've got to review it. It doesn't matter if reviewing that footage takes me 7.5 hours, or if it takes 14.5 hours. So, some days at work are extremely busy. And then I've also got, you know, I've also got my writing, which I've discussed in the past, and I've also, now, I'm trying to do this streaming thing, and I do want to make more assets. I want to make a proper overlay. I feel a little bad about not having, like, a nice overlay for my streams. Mostly I got started as quickly as I did just because, I wasn't sure if this was going to be for me, so I didn't want to put in a crap load of effort and then go, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna ever start doing this. Because I knew that if I took the time, if I did the whole pre-debut and waited for everything to be perfect, I would just never start streaming. I would just put it off, and then eventually I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I don't actually need to do this. And then it's like, all that work would have been for nothing. But now that I'm actually doing it, now that I'm like, yo, this is actually really fun, I need to actually make things better to look at. And that starts with doing an overlay. It's also because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for my overlay for a while. Oh god, I'm already in a bad spot. But yeah, it's also because I do want to start doing collaborations. This is something I want to either, like, I'm considering messaging someone directly. I say considering, I'm probably actually going to do it. Either that or just putting out like an open thing that's like, hey, VTubers, if you want to play Jackbox games, I'd like to do a Jackbox stream. I walked right into that one. That was dumb. Does anyone want to play Jackbox? Because I have Jackbox 3 through 7. So that's a lot of games. And it's got like a lot of like the big favorites. Stuff like Quiplash, Survive the Internet, TKO. And like with the new games, I really want to try out more of like the improv kind of Jackbox games. Because I know like a lot of the time, like me and my friends, like we've played Patently Stupid before, but a lot of people don't present their own inventions, which I mean, you know what, it's whatever. People are, again, I'm walking into these things. I think I'm talking too much. But yeah, so whenever we play Patently Stupid, there's a lot of times where people, like, won't present their own inventions, and I'm like, that's part of the fun of it, though. But, I mean, I get it, like, different people are comfortable with different things, so I'm just thinking, like, if you're already putting yourself out there as a VTuber, I'm sure that people would be, like, more comfortable doing those types of games. Because, like, I remember really liking improv whenever I was in high school. I took a drama class, I believe in grade 11, with a couple of my friends, and had some good times. It's where I get the Godspeed Mr. Diddles story. God. We did a lot of improv, though, and it was a lot of fun, and I'd like to do more stuff like that. So I feel like playing these Jackbox games is a good, like, non-committal way to do that. Okay, I need that money. I need the money. I need the money! Okay, we're good. I need the money is what I say every day when I begin working. Nani the fuck? Okay, this is about the Mr. Diddle story, isn't it? I don't think I've said it on stream before. Okay, so my school was a little weird because we were sort of connected to an elementary school. They were two separate schools, but they were connected. And maybe I should not be playing Journey of the Prairie King while telling this story. I can just go back to it some other time. Right, so we were, like, connected to an elementary school, right? And, so, whenever we did the drama class, one of our assignments, one week, our teacher came in and was like, everyone, you are going to make a sock puppet play that we will show to some of the, like, kindergartners. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, but me and my friends, because I had two friends at the time, we'll call them Tyler and Jake. We were massive procrastinators who didn't want to do anything. So, instead of using the materials we were provided to, you know, actually make sock puppets, we would just make dumb stuff. So, my friend Tyler one day is like, turns to me and is like, hey, Novella, I am going to make the ugliest puppet of all time. And I was like, aight, hell yeah. And then I probably went back to reading fanfic or whatever the hell I was doing at that age. Probably reading TV tropes, actually. So I'm just chilling, and eventually Tyler comes back to me. And he has, in fact, made the ugliest puppet. So, from what I can remember of this thing, it was two styrofoam balls, hot glued together, with tiny little googly eyes on them. Oh, pepper poppers. Nice. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. Also, strawberries. Okay, back to the story. So yeah, two styrofoam balls, hot glued together. They got tiny little googly eyes, the tiniest googly eyes he could find. One of my classmates, who was a stoner, made a Rasta flag. and out of pipe cleaners, and it was like a swirled Rastaflag pipe cleaner. Tyler took that, made it into the eyebrows, made them super angry eyebrows. He made an angry mouth with like sharp teeth, like an angry grin, like a serial killer type of grin, out of some foam, and just drew the teeth on, and put it all on a popsicle stick. And also, we were joking that one of our classmates' puppets looked like a serial killer who's trying very hard to not look like a serial killer, so someone made it a knife out of like foam and a popsicle stick. So Tyler stole that knife and glued it onto his new abomination. And frickin' Jake and I looked at it and we were like, holy shit, we can't top this. So, fast forward to the walk home. Because me and Tyler live pretty close together. Like, we lived on the same block. So I'm walking home with Tyler and my brother, and my brother's friend, we'll call him Ethan. So it's the four of us. And we're on the way home, and this is where the puppet gains the name Mr. Diddles. I don't remember why we named it Mr. Diddles, but we named it Mr. Diddles, and that is his name for all of eternity. We're walking home, and we're giving it, like, this awful, awful backstory where, like, it's like a demon that kills people to take their hands and, do unsay-so stuff with them. And we're making this terrible backstory, and we're making this demon puppet. And we're walking, we're like halfway home, and suddenly, we turn, and we see a mailbox. This is a mailbox that's attached to someone's house, by the way. Just this shiny golden mailbox on someone's house, out in the open. And for some ungodly reason, we decide, ah yes, this is where Mr. Diddles needs to be. So, I don't know what was funnier, being part of the group that was doing this, or being the person inside watching four dumb-looking teenagers walk up to their house, put something in their mailbox, salute, say, "Godspeed, Mr. Diddles," and walk off. So, we all... Mr. Diddles, yep. This isn't the end of the story, though, because as we were leaving, of course, the whole reason why we brought Mr. Diddles back was because we didn't want to get him thrown out. We wanted to keep him. We wanted him to be a fucking holy grail of our high school years. So, we were bringing him back, and we put him in the mailbox, and everyone said, like, oh yeah, like, one of us, because a lot of us, like, would take bike rides at night and whatever, a bunch of us were like, yeah, no, we'll stop by later, and we'll take it out of the mailbox, it'll be fine. No one took it out of the mailbox, because as we were walking to the drama class the next day, we had to pass by the main office to do so. And me and Tyler were kind of friends with, the ladies at the main office, because Tyler was a massive class clown, and he just liked making people laugh, so he would tell them jokes whenever we'd go by. And so, of course, we're passing by, and we're like, oh, hey. And they're like, hey, guys, can you actually come in here for a sec? And we were like, oh, no. What is this? Because we're a bunch of nerds, and we don't really do anything outside of class. So she pulls us in, and she goes, hey, so, we got a call this morning. Did you guys put a puppet in someone's mailbox last night? And Tyler just sighs in the most exhausted way and goes, yep, that's Mr. Diddles with no other context. And that's the story of how we made a monster and set it loose on the world. Godspeed, Mr. Diddles. I didn't do, like, too many. This just sounds like a movie. Honestly, I'd be tempted to make it a movie because, I mean, not a full movie, but just like a short little animation. But that's Mr. Diddles. Yep. I don't know where he ended up. He probably wound up in a landfill somewhere. Oh, also, should note, we learned after the fact that the person who lives there is a cop. So, I don't know if we were lucky or if he was just a chill dude, but, I don't have too many, like, dumb stories from my time in high school. Because, like I said, I was a nerd who didn't really do much. As were most of my friends. Like, Jake spent most of his time reading Warhammer 40k fanfiction. Tyler spent most of his time playing Team Fortress 2 on his gaming laptop. And that was just how we spent, like, every single lunch. Just chilling, doing our own things, and, like, talking to each other occasionally. But they were good times. They were good times. I do know at one point, we became the unofficial DJs for lunchtime for about a month before, someone fucked it up. I can tell that story too, if people are interested in hearing it, because, Actually, no, I'm just gonna tell the story. I'm not even just gonna tease it. It's kind of mean to just tease it and then not say it. So, my high school was very small. My high school was very small, and so was the elementary school next to us, and I think that's why they were so interconnected. Oh, actually, alright, here's a story from my school. I'm still in school. Around the time everyone was freaked out about killer clowns, my friend said he is going to buy a clown mask and go scare people. Oh god. I should have waited for you to type out the whole story. I think I got a little too, impatient. In the meantime, while you type out your story, I'll read it after I tell my story about the high school DJs. So, my high school is very small. So we didn't have like a separate auditorium and cafeteria. It was called an auditorium, which, I don't know, man. It sounds like when you have like a fake dog breed. Like, one of those like hybrid dog breeds where it's like, oh, it's a lab and a poodle, so we're gonna call it a labradoodle. Like, auditorium, or auditoria? I don't remember what it was actually called. Cafetorium, that's what it was. It doesn't sound like a real word. But, essentially though, like, the sound equipment and stuff, like, the way the cafeteria was set up was there were these tables that could be, like, converted into benches, and that's what we used whenever there was, like, a presentation or whatever. Or if there was like a talent show or whatever, you know, they'd turn them into benches and people could sit on them. And if they weren't being used for that, they were just normal cafeteria tables. Then at the front of the room there was a stage with like the curtains, and the curtains were almost always open because they didn't want people going back there and making out, which I'm sure people did anyways because it's not like they got rid of all the curtains that were surrounding it. And then there was also, a tiny little, like, sound room, a tiny little AV room, off to the side, that you could reach through, like, through a back door in the, stage, or, there was a little door, like, to the side of the stage in the cafeteria proper. So, all the sound equipment was there, and someone else had actually brought up one of those little, it wasn't even a Bluetooth speaker, it was one with, an audio jack cable. And someone had brought it up there and left it there, and I don't remember why it was there. But, me, Tyler, and Jake one day decided, you know, we're bored. Let's screw with this. So we put on music. And people really liked it. People really liked our music. So, and a bunch of, like, the younger kids, because, the cafeteria was used for people, like, from grade 7 to grade 12, so there were a bunch of, like, younger people there, too. So a bunch of like the younger people are coming up and they were like dancing and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So the principal, who was a really chill dude, was like, "Hey, do you guys want access to the AV room, because like you're making people happy, like people are enjoying what you're doing. Why not just like do this with the actual sound system instead of this like crappy little speaker that you're just plugging your phones into?" And we were like, "Hell yeah, of course, why would we say no?" And so for a little bit, everything was cool, everything was great. Like, we would go in, we would play our music, people would actually give us requests, and we'd play their requests as long as they weren't. Our big thing was that we didn't want anything that had like any swears in it, and we didn't want anything that had like any references to like drugs, sex, alcohol, you know, anything the school would be like, "Hey, that's no good. That's no freaking good." Because then we'd lose our DJ privileges. Except, one day about a month in, I believe, it was because, one of our, I'm not sure if he was our friend per se, but he hung out with us a little bit. He decided that he was gonna join us. And behind our backs, you know that one remix of, Cookin' by the Book with Lil Jon? He turned that on. And immediately, we were no longer allowed to be DJs. Like, that's not as funny as the Mr. Diddle story, but I still enjoy it. Here, I'll read your stories now, because I can see that you've posted quite a bit. Righty, here's a story from my school. I'm still in school. Around the time when everyone was freaked out about killer clowns, my friend said, "Hey, I'm going to buy a clown mask and go scare people." So then it turned into me and 8 friends buying clown masks. And we went to school. Yeah, my school called the cops on us, and with like buses of cops came and took us. Holy crap! Just me and my stupid friends lifted our teacher's car on a roof. Wait, no one found out that we did it. Wait, what? I read those out of word. Luckily, nothing big happened to us, but we wanted revenge on our teacher. Just me and my stupid friends lifted our teacher's car on a roof, and no one found out we did it. It was literally on the news, which is amazing, and that's the end. I did some stupid stuff, and I feel like I'm going to do more stupid stuff, and I can't wait. Yeah, that's the fun thing about life, is that you never have to stop being stupid. You never have to stop doing dumb things just because they're fun. I know what's that? Okay, that was just a very strange looking weed. I know that, when I was doing my apprenticeship, there was the Great Coke Life Heist of 2016. And basically what that was. Alright, so, throughout, oh no, not all comments went through, I think. Oh. Sorry about that. But like, it's still a really funky story. Sorry, my English isn't that good. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, as long as I can understand what you're saying, it's fine. And I can understand what you're saying, so... But yeah, the Great Coke Life Heist of 2016. So this is during the apprenticeship, and with the foundation, because it's so big, there are like different cafeterias sort of littered throughout. And the one that I was, the section of the foundation that I was at the time of my apprenticeship, there was a cafeteria, and they had like a place that sold burgers and chicken fingers and that sort of stuff. They had another one that sold pizza, and then they had one that sold like Chinese and Thai food. Also, there was a Subway. There was a Subway there too. And we got to know the cafeteria ladies pretty quick because, you know, we were there pretty much every day. a few of my friends would get burgers and chicken fingers just every single day. So, at one point, back whenever Coke Life first came out, we, they did a promotion at our section of the facility because, of course, if they can get the people in the foundation to like Coke Life, then that's great for them because so many people work here. So they had like these barrels full of like ice and Coke Life. And the idea was that anyone could just take a free Coke Life and it'd be great. So it's later on in the evening, we're working on our assignments and stuff, and a few people decide to go to the cafeteria to grab something to eat before everything closes. Because the cafeteria isn't open, like, late at night. It closes around, like, 5 or 6. So, it's kind of a bummer if you have to work late. Though you can also just order a pizza and get it sent to the facility, which I've done. But yeah, so they were going there before it closed, and I tagged along, even though I wasn't actually getting any food. And we were looking at the barrel full of Coke Life, like, should we take some? Maybe not. And then one of the ladies working at the cafeteria turns to us and she's like, hey, yeah, you can take whatever you want from that. And we're like, oh, cool, yeah, we might do that. And she's like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. Gonna take that. We have 3 more barrels of this stuff in the back. We cannot get rid of it. Even for free, people are not taking it. So, good luck today. So we were like, okay, cool. So originally, we just took enough to, like, have in our hands. Like, we took a few back for the rest of our classmates, and, you know, we were only gonna take, like, maybe 20 cans. But then we got an idea. Because a lot of us had, like, messenger bags or backpacks or whatever. So a bunch of us emptied our backpacks and went back to the cafeteria and filled it with as much Coke Life as we could. And then my one friend was like, hey, you guys know I have a minivan, right? We went back like 2 or 3 times to get more Coke Life. I think we did a count at the end, and we had like over 150 cans of Coke Life between like 4 or 5 of us. I think I was still drinking cans of Coke Life like a month later. Please tell me you tried it before you did that. No, I like the Coke Life. I did actually drink some of it because I got it for free earlier, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is alright. Remember that? Holy crap, that brings back memories. Yeah! It's, it's a blast from the past. I will always remember it because I have pictures. I have pictures of my friend's minivan with, like... The funniest part of, like, the pictures of the minivan is that he had a kid, or he has a kid. Not had. I shouldn't say that in past tense. Because that has horrible implications. He has a kid, right? And the kid was, like, just a baby at the time. Like, I think they were, like, 2 or 3 years old. The funniest part of that image is seeing the Coke Life in the car seat with the seatbelt on. I remember college offering free banana flavored Cokes and stuff. It was terrible. Yeah, see, if it was like banana flavored Coke, I would not have gone for it. Cause like I said, they were giving out free cans, and we had originally just like taken free cans. Like taken 1 free can for each of us, and then a few for like the rest of our classmates. But yeah, banana flavored Coke just sounds nasty. Oh, more funny stories from Raphael. Here's a small funny story. Me and my friends were just skating outside, and a few people said, no, you can't do that here. They tried to call the cops on us. So my friend started coughing as hard as he can, and literally ran as fast as he could. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the story. Like, honestly, one of the things that I dislike the most about this whole, like, working from home thing is just the fact that there isn't an opportunity for me to do dumb stuff with people. Coke life needs to be protected, wouldn't want it to die in a car accident. Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. A cookies Coke like a soda. Banana cookies would be reasonable. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of banana flavored stuff. Like, I know that I've been having an issue where, because I used to like getting either carrot cake or chocolate chip muffins to eat for breakfast because they're very easy. You microwave them for like 10 seconds, they're nice and warm. You know, get a nice tall glass of milk with it. Perfect breakfast. But for some reason, I keep getting chocolate chip banana flavored muffins, and they're not as good. Sorry, I meant they ran as fast as they could, and they never came to us again, which was nice. Oh, okay, so the people who were telling you to stop skating there. Okay, I get it now, I get it. All good, all good. But yeah, I wish I had more funny stories like that. I'm trying to think of some, but like most of them are just like things that I did, like not necessarily funny things. Because I am kind of a homebody. Like, that's part of the reason why I have really enjoyed working from home for the most part. It means that I don't have to, like, get ready in the morning. I don't have to worry about waking up like an hour before I have to go to work. I can literally just roll out of bed, turn on my computer, boot up my footage, and I'm good. And also because I just don't have to deal with people as much. Which is very nice. What's that? Do you mean, like, work from home? Okay. So, yeah, working from home is, has been very nice for me, but it is, like, sort of, you know, there's not as much room for spontaneity whenever it's just you in a room for days on end. I will say, while everyone is working at home, I work at the COVID testing lab. Oh man. That's gotta be one hell of a job. Like, for me, this is something that I've actually said to my grandma because, I'm pretty close to my grandma. She's kind of like a third parent to me. And, I call her every night and we just talk about stuff. And I've told her before, like, I am not... Because they are rolling out COVID vaccines where I live. I've said before that I am gonna get it eventually, but I'm not going to, like, rush for it just because at the moment, I am one of, like, the people at least risk. Like, I haven't left my apartment building, or I usually leave my apartment building nowadays, like, maybe once a month. Because I get my groceries delivered to me. I get takeout delivered to me if I want takeout. I don't really do much shopping outside of that. And I can connect with my family and friends over the internet, so it's not a big deal. I'm not like, you know, someone working in a grocery store who's dealing with the public all the time. I feel like those people should get the vaccines first. I'm not really that essential. Everyone be Gucci till the cap ain't on the COVID sample. Wasn't there the one time people were almost kicked out of the foundation because they were running around attacking people with rulers or something? I didn't hear about that! But it sounds like something that would happen. It does sound like something that would happen. Gotta dip later, people. No problem. See you later, Raphael. Thanks for the funny stories. This has kind of just become like a story time with Novella and chat. That's not a bad thing, though. I do know one time... I mean, I remember the time that it was, like, nearing the end of the apprenticeship, and a bunch of us just, like, stayed in one of the computer labs watching Death Note as we worked on our assignments. But I've heard police and medical workers get it first. Unfortunately, COVID tester is neither of those. Oof. Oof. You'd think that you guys would get the vaccine. Like, if you're kind of, like, putting yourselves on the line here. I mean, I guess it's a controlled environment. But still, if it's like, oh, like, something small fucked up, and now, you know, might be infected with COVID. Like, if you can screw up and get infected by something, I feel like you should be allowed to get the vaccine for it. Owner suggested Death Note because I hadn't seen it. Yeah! I didn't actually stay to watch the whole thing, I think. Because I didn't like being outside of my dorm at night, and I still don't like being outside at night. Especially now that I live in a bigger city. Not as big of a city as it could be, but a pretty big city instead of like the countryside. Controlled, we've had 6 cases in the lab. Oh, Jesus. Damn, that's rough. Yeah, you guys should get the vaccine. Like, what is up with that? Why are cops getting it before you guys? Like, I get that cops work with the public, but they're not working directly with the virus. Like, your jobs are literally to hold vials that contain the virus. That feels like you guys need a little bit more protection than the cops. Either way. Yeah, the Death Note thing. I didn't stay around for that, unfortunately. I should actually just watch Death Note. Been considering starting to do, like, guerrilla streams where it's just, watch parties. But it depends. Like, I would actually have to finish up at a good time on Friday. If I wanted to do that. Honestly, once I get a little bit better at what I'm doing, I won't have so many late nights. It's also just because we are nearing the end of an assignment, so, things are a little more hectic than they probably should be. I'm sure that whenever I get my next assignment, things will calm down a little bit, but then again, I thought that last time, and it didn't. So, I mean, that's just how it goes, though. I am certainly not complaining. I freaking love my job. I have a friend who used to work here who starts working at a pharmacy so they could get the vaccine. Oh, damn. Man, that's messed up. You guys should just be able to get the vaccine. That's dumb. Oop, starting to feel exhausted. I don't even understand what the logic is behind that. Like, you're still doing medical stuff. Right? Either way. I don't know much about it. I don't work in law, I don't work in medicine. I just watch people for a living. I watch people and I write it down on my funky little notepad. That's my job. But yeah, I do know at one point during the apprenticeship, I do remember a bunch of us at one point, well, it was late at night because of course we're working in like computer labs and stuff. We took some of the rolly chairs and we had a race. Because there was kind of like a slope that went down into our section. Because like the foundation is kind of a maze. Like, if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna get lost. And our little section was kind of in like a dip at one point. So that little like ramp section was right next to one of our classrooms. And of course all the classrooms had rolly chairs, and I don't know why it took us as long as it did for us to decide, oh yeah, let's have a race with the rolly chairs. But I mean, that's kind of where that story ends, because like, we did it. That's the end of the story. Nothing else funny happened. This is the problem with me. A lot of the funny stuff that happened is literally just I say, oh yeah, this happened. It was pretty fun. When is this frickin' flower dance also? I should be keeping track of that. Oh, by the way, guys, so I know I mentioned this earlier, but there are more people in the chat now, so I'm gonna mention it again. Oh, there's a notice up here. Seaweed. Can we do this today? 2 days. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow then. Ah, it's on the 24th. Okay. Oh, and Emily's birthday is coming up. Holy shit, thank God I have amethyst. Just a second. I'm gonna pour myself some more tea. Gotta stay hydrated. There we go. It's a little cold, but that's alright. I don't mind cold tea. So yeah, right now, there's not too much happening on the farm that's like too different. Maybe tomorrow, if it's still a good luck day, I'll go to the mines. But, I mean, also, it's gonna be clear and sunny though. I'd rather go on a day where it's raining. Yep, nope. Nothing yet. Come on. Oh. I wanna say goodnight to my cat! She deserves all good things. And this is the notice about the flower dance. Okay, cool. I was saying something. I lost my train of thought completely, I'm sorry. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I get distracted very easily, and I just completely lose my train of thought. This is why I believe my grandmother is like the most patient human being on this earth, because she listens to me talk for half an hour to an hour almost every night. It's gotten down to like maybe every second night now that, you know, I'm doing so much, but since there's more people in the chat. Oh, yes. I've noticed because I was looking at the AI the Somnium Files stream that we did last week, because I was gonna look for highlights that I could make. And I noticed that there's an odd buzzing noise in the background. I thought it was my fan, because I have a fan that blows into my bedroom that I keep on just for like the ambient noise, and also just to get some air circulation going. So I've turned it off. Is there still that odd buzzing sound? And while I wait for responses, I'm going to just say, because every single conversation I have with anybody kind of goes like this, like any extended conversation is just jumping from one topic to another. Just endless. I'll be honest, I thought the sound was the game, but yes. Ah, damn. Then it must be my computer. My mic must be picking up my computer, and I'm not sure how I can fix that. I'll have to mess around with it later tonight. Because I do know that I can hear a faint buzzing noise coming from my computer. And my mic is, like, relatively close to my PC. So, just a sec. There we go. Oh, right, I gotta get seaweed for the wizard. Ah! There were 2 plants left. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I can do about that. Trying Try voice meter. It's free and you can set it up so this way your mic doesn't pick up quiet noises. Ooh, okay. I'll check it out. Ew, it's a good humor day. Let's go to the mines. Actually, I think the mines should be the first thing that we finish. We need iron bars. And then either slime or bat wings. Okay. Put these in there. Grab this, grab this. Cool. Voice meter banana. Alright, fair enough. I'll make a note of that. Because I don't like the buzzing noise. It's annoying, and it doesn't sound good. And I'm sure that other people feel the same way, so I want to fix that before too many of the VODs have that in it. I'm a little sad the beginning of AI the Somnium Files especially is going to have that, because I feel like that would be a great... I feel like that would be something that people would watch the VODs for more. Because, like, Stardew Valley, it's not that it's a boring game, it's mostly just that, like, you'd be watching it more for the commentary than the gameplay. And it's not like this is a game that I'm experiencing for the first time. I have over 300 hours in this game. Except mine also did not pick up my loud keyboard or game controller, but exchange it. Exchange it also doesn't pick up on me when I whisper. Ah. I mean, that seems like a small price to pay for no annoying sounds. I don't know if you guys can hear my keyboard as well. Like, I do have a mechanical keyboard, which, is very good for writing, though I haven't actually used it for writing in quite a while. I've been using my old, friggin' laptop that I got in 8th grade. Because every once in a while, I'll get writer's block that's so bad that I'm just like, I need to not be working in the same place. So I'll either, like, I've even tried writing on my phone every once in a while. Once and again is not a words people say. Oh my god, crab! Heck yeah. You can definitely hear it, but it's not obtrusive at all. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it's not obtrusive, at least. Ooh, 2 platters. I will say I'm taking as many rocks as I can. Because once I can make ladders, that'll be really, really good for when I go to the Skull Caverns. Because I don't go to the Skull Caverns very often. Usually I prefer to just, get the Statue of Perfection, honestly, and just use that to get Iridium. I find it takes up less time, it requires less preparation. It's just like a passive way to get Iridium. And I prefer it, but I will probably have to go down to the Skull Cavern a few times. I should also be working on getting, sprinklers. Because that'll be very helpful for the summer. More so than just, like, having my, watering can. Actually, can I make sprinklers now? Okay, I can make sprinklers. I'd rather have, like, the quality ones, because this is just the 4 adjacent tiles. Probably gonna have to wait for our farming skill to go up for that, though. Which, I mean, we will be harvesting more strawberries soon, and also more parsnips. So, with any luck, you know, we'll have that farming skill up in no time. It's so hard to be honest with this game when you can... Yeah, I think they fixed that, didn't they? Like, I'm pretty sure that got patched. I could be wrong, though. I will say, yesterday, I was eating a lovely little granola bar as I worked, and I bit the hell out of the side of my tongue. So if my voice sounds like a little... If I have a little bit of a lisp today, that's why, because it is actually getting in the way of me talking. And I don't know why I didn't mention that sooner. I think I've just kind of noticed that it's still there, and oh no, not you. Not you. Back off. At least we have a decent sword now. I don't want to spend too much money on, like, weapons or anything. Are there any diggy boys? No diggy boys? Okay. I don't want to spend money on weapons because, in my opinion, it's a little wasteful when you can just get them from, like, random drops. Like, I know that with my luck, I would buy, like, a really expensive sword or whatever, and then, like, the very next time I'd go into the mines, I would get a weapon drop for the same weapon, or one that's better. Like, just for free. So I'm just not gonna bother. I have bigger things to worry about. There we go. I'm very glad we're able to deal with these. Bro, Sam, I was eating a sandwich, though. Yeah. It sucks, right? It's like, talking is all I do. Talking is all I do. So, especially, like, on streams like this. Like, with AI, it's a little less pronounced, just because, like, I'm mostly just, like, nodding along and going, ah, yes, ah, yes. But it's like, I just want to talk. Why did my mouth have to betray me? Yeah. Bit it so hard it bled. Oh god. I'm not sure if mine bled. I didn't taste it, but then again, I was eating a granola bar, so it could have masked the taste. Because, like, should note, I did not stop eating just because I bit my tongue so hard. I just kind of, like, flinched back, and then I was like, oh no! Anyways. Also, I'm very glad we got that amethyst, because that's going to be very good for Emily's birthday. Is blocking new in Stardew? I don't think it is. I think that's always been there. It's just not something you use very often. All of the weapons have, like, a special ability that you can use. Like, if you hit right-click on the dagger, it'll do, like, a flurry of hits. So you'll hit, like, multiple times with one attack. Ooh, another ruby. I'm getting a lot of those. Alright. Give me hardwood. I don't have a good axe right now. Give me hardwood. Nope. I don't remember what the hammer does. I've never actually used hammers in this game because I prefer more long range and fast weapons. So the sword works perfectly for me. I like the reach. I like being able to hit several enemies at once. That's just what's more fun to me. Maybe I should try out, like, the daggers or whatever at some point, though. You know, I'm thinking tonight I'm gonna sell most of my strawberries. If only because, I do really want to get the first house upgrade. Like, as soon as possible. Ooh, iron ore! Hell yeah. Omni Geode! What the hell? I'm getting good drops, what? Alright. Might as well clear out some of the monsters down here, get some more bug meat. But yeah. Personally, I prefer the slingshot, especially later on. See, I'm not a huge fan of the slingshot, but that's just because I tend to prefer melee. But that's just me. Alright, we made it to floor 25, which is great. Alright. Bomb slingshot is so fun. I'll have to try it out, because I haven't actually, like, really used the slingshot whenever I get it. a good amount of stuff. I'm actually gonna stop by the ocean first. Oh. Oh, Sebastian. Hello. Ugh, tomorrow's the worst festival of the year by a mile. Just wait and see how stupid I look during the flower dance. I'm sure you'll be fine. Here, have a ruby. It's useless unless you load it with things other than rocks. Yeah, understandable. For me, I mostly just use bombs for utility. Also, I just remembered that there's a little thing that I can do to sequence break, but we're not going to do it right now. Actually, I don't think I have enough time to really forage at the beach. I'm just going to bring my crab over. Camera secondary is an AoE with combat. Ooh, with knockback. Not combat. Alright, we just need to find a cockle on the beach, and we got the crab pots, which is great. Shit, was today the Wandering Merchant Day? Bomb slingshot, bombs for utility. Understandable. Ooh, I got a bean hot pot. Hell yeah. Got some fucking banana bread at work today, dude? Hell yeah. My mom said that if I wait for good things to happen, good things would happen, dude. And today I got banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. God. I need to not just quote random YouTube videos. Do y'all ever think about how ASDF movie was basically like middle schooler Vine? Like, they were these quick little clips that everyone quoted and that had like a lot of chaotic energy to them. Bro, I bought a whole loaf of banana bread at the farmer's market last December. Ooh, hell yeah. Farmer's market banana bread sounds like it'd be really good. Ate the whole thing in a day. I'd believe it. So, this is a very Canadian thing I'm about to mention. I know that every summer, ASDF Movies Middle Schooler Vine can confirm. Yeah, exactly. So, there is, wait a minute, I've gotta, oh, wait. Take that out of there, take that out of there. We can just sell that one. Okay. Wait, we're selling that, we're putting that in there. Just there. Iron ore. Very good. Oh, and also put the topaz in here too. Very good, very good, very good. But yeah. So, have any of y'all ever heard of Upper Canada Village? Because, my family would generally, like, once a year, we'd kind of stop by there. It was a bit of a drive, but, like, not too far. And it didn't cost much to actually, like, go into the village. I never watched Vine. I never watched Vine on the actual site. I always saw, like, Vine compilations and stuff, and just, like, things on Tumblr. Where they would, like, direct link the vines. Okay, I need to get strawberries. But yeah, Upper Canada Village has the best bread. They have the best bread of all time. Just absolutely incredible bread. Actually, I just realized I can make preserves jars. Why am I not doing that? Truly. True, actually, though, on YouTube. Yeah. See, Tumblr was the only social media I used for, like, several years of my life. So that's why I'm mentioning Tumblr instead. Okay, we can make 4 preserves jars, and we can start making preserves. Let's make some jams. This is my jam. Although, you know what? We should actually sell some of these. I'll sell the higher quality strawberries. I don't think Am Canadian would have ever been to Upper Canada Village. You should. I mean, it's not huge. Like, if you're interested in, like, history and stuff, definitely worth a visit. There are a lot of really good, like, museums and stuff in Canada. Started using Facebook so I could play desktop tower defense. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I never got into too many Facebook games. I never actually tried most of them. Oh, I got the achievement greenhorn. Radish salad. I learned how to cook it. Fortune teller. Spirits feel neutral. Gonna be clear and sunny all day tomorrow. Would it kill the sky to rain? I will say, if we get a rainy day, before I hit, because I think I need 10,000 to buy the house upgrade, right? I remember the Mafia game, I should go play that again. Oh no, I misjudged something. I thought I'd be able to go and, buy more parsnips today. I will not be able to do that. Well, this is just how it be, I guess. Sad that some of the mobile games I played when I was younger did. Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of sting to think about it. I mean, I'm not really gonna need energy today. I'm gonna get my talk in with all the villagers, this way I can get friendship with them. And then, that's pretty much it. Wait, is this the day of the Strawberry Festival? Nope, today is the day of the flower dance. We already did the strawberries. I am currently watering the strawberries. Should build a silo too. I need to deal with this grass, but it feels wasteful to do it right now. I do also want to get a coop. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it, I'll be honest. Because I do kind of want each section of the farm to be for its own thing. So, like, this section could be for crops. The bottom left corner is going to be for, like, fish ponds and my crab pots. Because I really do enjoy the fish pond mechanic that they added in. I like getting new fish, and I like, completing little quests for them. And, you know, getting new stuff every day from them. Because some of them give you, like, some really interesting loot. I do want one part of the farm to be, like, a visitor section. So this way, if I ever want to collab with people on Stardew Valley, they have a little place where they can start, and it has, like, all their tools and stuff in there. Nothing new in the geodes, or nothing new in the quarry here. Hey, I might as well. It's not like I'll need energy for the rest of today. Might as well just get as much stone as I can from over here. The stable will probably go next to my house. I've never actually had the horse in this game before. I've just never seen the point in actually getting it. But I hear there's some cool stuff you can do with the horse, and it makes you go faster, so... when I get the chance, I should probably actually get the horse. fish quest. Help, someone use a giant metal hook and kidnap my brother. No, I mean, like with the fish ponds, it's more like, hey, we want pudding. Throw some pudding in the pond, and you have to go find pudding. Though, I mean, realistically, that's what a fish quest would be. Horse is a status symbol you can't live without. Understandable, understandable. I think it's mostly because whenever I first played Stardew Valley, I never got the horse because I didn't know about the secret woods. I didn't know you could go back there. So I kind of just thought whatever, like, hardwood you got was, like, it. You couldn't get any more hardwood in the whole game. And I was like, why would I spend it on a horse? What's wrong? Oh, you do a jump. Alright, let's go. It's Singles Awareness Day. I should buy one of the rare crows as well. Yeah. That was a bad idea now that I think about it. Well... I clicked the button and then I was like, oh, wait. Ooh, I'm stuffed. Hey, have you tried the red jelly yet? I can't eat the food. The game won't let me. I wonder if Emily would dance with me. I don't think she will. I'm nervous. I'm working up the courage to ask someone to dance with me. I like dancing, but this one is a little stilted. The old-timers really love it, though. Oh, hello there. It's nice of you to talk to me. Spring is almost over. What a shame. Love is in the air, and I'm still single. That's why it's Singles Awareness Day, baby! Marnie looks lovely today. I have the feeling she's secretly taken. I'm just enjoying the scenery. I'm practicing my dance moves. It needs to be perfect. Kiddos are chasing each other. Hey. It's not fair. Why can't I be the flower queen? Cindy, I'm gonna be the flower queen. I've been working on these floral arrangements for a week. Do you like them? Yeah, they're pretty. Flowers? I can hardly see them. It's too bright out here. Wear some sunglasses, my dude. Should we start? No, I gotta talk to everyone. I gotta get the relationship values up. I really hate dancing in front of everyone. It's so embarrassing. Ooh, it wiggled. I never noticed that before. I never noticed that it wiggled. Ugh. No, I'm not gonna ask him. Are you kidding me? You know what? I admit it. I really like flowers. Cool. Frog season is really starting to pick up. Now this is the life, huh, kid? Sweet wine, a babbling brook, warm air. Did I mention wine? Should've brought my fishing pole. Wine is good. I mean, some wines. I only really like blackberry wine now that I think about it. Hi, Novella. Glad to see you here. No. Wore my best shirt for the dance. This sort of thing doesn't happen very often. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone. I think that's everybody? Everyone that's here anyways. Wait, I didn't talk to Robin. Where's... Oh, there you are. The air smells so sweet with all these flowers. These springtime dances can be traced back to ancient fertility rituals. Hey, you should know about this stuff, farmer. Are you going to be dancing today, Novella? No! I wish Pierre would spend this time with his family. Okay, I think I've got everyone now. Wait, Shane's probably here. Yeah, I keep missing people. Excellent sauce. You know, I don't blame you. If I was at this thing, I would just be eating. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta make sure that everyone's here. I didn't get the seaweed for the wizard! No! I could have done that! That would have been like an instant success. Ah! I'm not gonna become friends with people if I don't help them out. Alright, let's start the dance. I'm gonna grab more tea. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That was fun. It's time to go home now. Yeah. Alright, just throw the stuff in here. You know, I don't want to sell everything, but I'm gonna sell some stuff. Because buying that rare crow did set us back a bit. Actually, I should be saving up money, less for the house upgrade, and more just for seeds starting next season. Yes, I can transmute iron! Okay, we have more than enough money. Alright. Okay. So we have a few things to do today. Oh! Hi, Novella. I have some good news for you. A few days ago, I made a breakthrough in my research on the local environment. Okay, guys, put your votes in right now whether we should get bats or mushrooms. Because I like the bats, but I know the mushrooms are technically better. The nice thing about the COVID testing lab is how slow it is these days. I'm at work and there's nothing to do, Lamau. I mean, that's good. That's a good sign. And hey, if you're still getting paid, you know, that's awesome. Spare the technical dip. I need to actually talk coherently. I'll spare you the technical details and get to the point. You know that empty cave over there a little ways to the west? Well, I have a way to turn it into something useful. For the both of us. I'd like to set up the cave to attract some local species. That way I can observe them in a more controlled environment. And you can harvest whatever products they produce. I can either set up the cave to attract mushrooms or fruit bats. The bats will sometimes leave you fruit to collect. Bats, you can get mushrooms in other places, and bats means you need fewer fruit trees. See, that's why I usually get the bats. They're very good for reducing the amount of fruit trees you need to get, and it speeds up getting the community center done. But I know, bats because you like them more? Yeah, you know what? I've gone with the mushrooms before. It's because, like, the mushrooms you can make, like, life elixirs and stuff, but like I said, after a certain point, I don't really go to the mines anyways. Like, I don't do much combat in this game after I hit a certain point. So the mushrooms are kind of, like, pointless, and plus, bats are good because I can turn the fruit into wines. Before I set up, like, an ancient seed farm in the greenhouse. Right, I'll go set it up for you right now. It shouldn't take any time at all. Thanks for letting me do this. Oh yeah, no problem, dude. Right, let's get our strawberries. And after this, mushrooms would be like the weed room, though. I mean, I'd be down to make a weed room, but, we can do that elsewhere. We can make a shed. We can build a shed and make it the weed room. You know, I mentioned it before, but surprisingly for a Canadian, I've never actually had weed before. Dear Novella, how's this country? How is the country life going for you? It's been lonely here without you, but I'm proud of what you're doing. Love, Dad. P.S. Found an envelope with some money Grandpa left for you. Hell yeah. Love getting $500 out of the blue. Wish it happened in real life. You know what? I'll sell these if I don't have, like, let's say over 5,000 gold. by the time summer comes, I'll sell these strawberries. But right now, what we're gonna do... No, I'm not actually gonna put that. We are going to take our fishing rod. We are going to take the stone. We are going to take the wood. And I believe that should be good. I'm actually not going to water these strawberries anymore because they're not going to produce any more fruits before the season changes and they all die anyways. I'm honestly better off just leaving them, so this way I'll have more energy to do other stuff, like fishing or going to the mines or whatever. Linus has already given me the recipe. No, he hasn't given me the recipe for sashimi yet, has he? I think that's at 3 stars? Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can make sashimi yet, which is the big one. You want sashimi. Did you use speed grow? I did not. Pierre wasn't selling speed grow, and I didn't have the materials necessary to craft enough of it. So yeah, those ones aren't speed grown. Oh, I'm here too early. Okay, well, we might as well do a little bit of fishing. Get a little bit of money before we even start the day properly. I will say I'm not too focused on finishing absolutely all of the community center bundles, like right off the bat. Let's get it from the community center. Same day as the Strawberry Festival. Yeah, I don't know. I think I accidentally, like, waited to get that for too long. Like I said, I've never said that I'm good at Stardew Valley. But that's not why I play it. Games should be played for fun. Alright, it's almost 9. We'll get one more fish, and then we'll drop by Robin's. But yeah, I was mentioning before, surprisingly, I'm Canadian, and weed has been legal here for, like, 3 years now, or something? And I've never actually smoked weed, or done anything involving weed. I do feel like if I ever did decide to do weed in any way, it would probably have to be, okay, increase the size of your house and add a kitchen, it costs 10,000 gold. You also need to provide me with 450 pieces of wood. Are you interested? Yes. It started tomorrow, should be finished in around 3 days. Okay. Brian convinced me to min-max when you started with him, so that's why I know these things. Yeah. It's very easy to min-max in Stardew, but I find that just makes it stressful for me. Like, I end up getting into the mindset where it's like, if I don't do things absolutely perfect, it's bad. Yeah, I'm never touching weed, not because I'm American, but just because I get addicted to things early. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. For me, I'm sort of, like... It's not that I'm, like, absolutely certain, like, oh yeah, I never get addicted to anything. Because that's not true. I've been addicted to video games in the past, so I know that, you know, I'm not immune. You are not immune to addiction. But for me, it's mostly just, like, curiosity. Like, I'm not even sure how it would go, to be honest, because I've heard that, cannabis can make anxiety worse. Which is the last thing I need. But I also had friends in high school, like back before it was legal, who smoked weed or took edibles like fairly regularly. And they said it helped them with their anxiety. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's a little different for everyone. It's like how certain people are like happy drunks and certain people are like sad drunks or angry drunks or whatever. Shit's got different effects on you depending on how your brain work. Also, I'm glad we got that chest. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. That chub should not have been that difficult for me to get. And there's only 2 wood in here. Pog. But yeah. I do know at one point during apprenticeship, because there was a pub not too far from the foundation, because of course, like, whenever you have so many people working in one location, companies are gonna start flocking there because, you know, there's a market. Wherever the foundation pops up, usually, like, a bunch of businesses follow. So there was a pub not too far away from the foundation. And a bunch of us apprentices would go there on Friday nights and, you know, party, essentially. I shouldn't have said essentially. That's just what we were doing. I know one night, though, because we would often go over to someone else's, like, little dorm room in order to pre-drink, before we went to the pub, because the pub is expensive, and we had very little money. I know one night I was over at a friend's dorm, and we were playing Uno or something, and he was like, yeah, so I got some weed gummies from one of our classmates, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take like a quarter of this gummy. That should be fine to just get me like a little stoned, not too much. And it got him very stoned. So I'm gonna have to be like really careful with this. I have joked with some like real life friends, particularly Val, that I should do a stream at one point where, like, because we've talked about doing drinking game streams before. I have one in mind that is inspired by the Milk Hell streams that GPM does on his channel, where you just take like an emulator of an old Mario Party, set all of the characters to AI, and on easy AI, and then you like take a shot every time the AI fucks up. And I was like, yo, I should do a thing where it's like, if something particularly bad happens, I have to like take part of a weed gummy. But I feel like I would want to, I would want to test this to make sure that I don't like trip balls on stream, essentially. Because I feel like it's like with a drinking game stream, I know my limits. I've actively tested to see what my limits are. So I'm confident that I'd be able to, you know, after a certain point I'd probably be like, yeah, no, I'm drinking water because I've hit my limit and I'm drinking responsibly. I've never gotten actually like full-on blackout drunk before, specifically because of this, because like after a certain point it's just not fun to be drunk. But so it's like after a certain point in a drinking stream, I would be like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna drink water for a little bit because, I don't want to overdo it. I wouldn't know what overdoing it is for weed. So, even then, it's like, I don't know, man. Watch Salty Timo, but every time someone face checks a bush and dies, take half a shot. I don't know what Salty Timo is, but, I'll have to check it out after the stream is done. I have considered at some point just doing a guerrilla stream where I just watch dumb videos on YouTube. Again, that would have to be like a night where I'm able to finish up work early. Wasn't able to this time because I actually had to drive my brother, because the way that we're working out things, he is attending college in the same city where I work. And his school, though, the parking is very expensive. And we share a vehicle. We have, a pretty old car. It has a soft top. So it can't go, it can't be outside in the winter. Because if too much snow piles on it, then, the soft top could get ruined, and that would cost a lot to fix. So, my building actually has, like, a roofed-in parking area. And it actually cost less for us to put the car in the roofed-up parking area at my building than it did for him to get a parking spot at his university college. So, whenever my brother needs to go somewhere, though, like to save him the bus ride, because if there was no COVID, I'd be fine with him just taking the bus. Just take the bus, get over here, I'll give you the keys, off you go. But, because of COVID, I don't want him, like, doing too much of that. I don't want him to risk, you know, catching COVID. Especially since he's in a pretty stressful course. And I feel like missing several weeks of that course would be extremely hard to make up for. So last night I had to go and pick him up at the college, and then he dropped me off at my place. So that all took, like, about an hour. So it pushed me back by an hour, and also just yesterday I wasn't having a good day, like, brain-wise. I'd say mental health-wise, but it's not so much that I was, you know, not so much that I was having issues with anxiety or depression, I just couldn't frickin' focus. So, it was already kind of a rough day. So I had to work until, like, 9:15 last night, not including the time that it took for me to upload my notes and stuff. But hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do more, guerrilla streams and stuff on, like, Friday nights. Team is an automated Twitch stream that shows the worst League players playing ranked at a given time. I don't know very much about League, I'll be honest. Never really looked into it, it never really looked like my thing. Especially once I, like, heard about how toxic the community is. I was like, yeah, no. Maybe this isn't good for me. So, I wouldn't really know much about it, but yeah. I feel like someday I should just do a stream where, like, a drinking stream where I watch Salty Bet. And if my bet is wrong on, like, which fighter wins, I have to take a shot. Or maybe even just a sip. Like, because like I've said before, I don't want to overdo it, and I'm wrong very frequently. I have an approximate knowledge of many things, but if it wasn't your thing before, it definitely isn't now. The game's been in decline for 11 years and finally hit the point where I don't play it anymore. Damn. Damn, that sucks. Kind of feels like Overwatch, like, I used to hear so much about Overwatch, like, everywhere. And for a few years, it kind of kept that up, and I was kind of, like, playing it on and off. But, like, lately, I think it's because so many new heroes came out since I stopped playing it. Shot every time you were wrong 2 times in a row then. I mean, I could just make, like, I could just, like, do a more chill drinking stream where it's, like, I have, like, a glass of wine and just, like, every time I'm wrong, I take a nice long sip. That sounds like it'd go a lot better, and it would be, like, It'd be easier for me to remember to do things. Because, like, y'all see how absent-minded I am while I'm completely sober. You think that I'd be any better at thinking when I'm drunk? No. I am just as terrible at thinking when I've drunk alcohol. So, honestly, worse. So, yeah, either way. You know, I thought I'd have a lot more to talk about just because of, like, the Pokemon stuff. But really, like, my last week, outside of, like, the Pokemon announcements, there really isn't that much for me to really say. And especially since, like, Stardew is, you know, pretty relaxed. I am thinking maybe next week, because we have played pretty much the same games for the past 3 weeks. And it's not that they're bad games by any means. Like, I still really enjoy Stardew, and I am gonna keep playing AI the Somnium Files until I beat it. And I mean, like, fully beat it. I mean, like, I want to get the true ending. Because I'm sure it's gonna be like the Zero Escape trilogy, where you have to get all the endings to get the true ending. I want to see everything, I want to do everything. And until I do all that, we're not stopping AI the Somnium Files. But I do kind of want to alternate from Stardew every once in a while. So I'm thinking maybe next week, instead of Stardew, we'll do The Sims 3. Because I really like The Sims 3. It's been one of my favorite games since I was a kid. I used to have pretty much every single expansion pack for it. Almost every one of them. I was missing 3 of them. I think I was missing Ambitions. No, I was missing 4. I was missing Ambitions, World Adventures, Generations, and Into the Future. Used to have all the expansion packs. I lost the discs for, like, all of them except for, like, 2. And even then, my gaming PC doesn't have a disk drive, so I can't use those anyways. But even just having... 'cause I did end up buying Sims 3 Supernatural because that's my favorite expansion pack. I love playing with vampires, I love the werewolves, love the fairies, love the witches. They're life states that I don't want to play The Sims without, and being able to make them from the character creation screen is amazing. I wish they did that for every single one of the life stages. I'm sure there's a mod for that now that I think about it. Because I remember I used to, like, really like the mermaid stage. Or the mermaid, like, occult life thing. And I would always want to make mermaids from my friggin' character creation screen, but I couldn't. Like I said, I'm sure there's a mod for that, but either way, I would really like to play The Sims 3. Because I feel like there's a lot of fun we could do with that. We could have, like, what happens to our sim and what we choose for them, chosen by, like, chat's vote. The only Sims game I played was on the GameCube. I couldn't beat the tutorial. That was me with, I got a Sim City game for the DS when I was a kid. Did not understand how to play it. I tried for like an hour, couldn't figure it out, put it away, never touched it again. Really though, the Sims franchise has kind of gone downhill ever since EA got its money grubby little hands on it. Oh shit, wait a minute. Okay, we have bullhead, we have a carp, we have a largemouth bass, and then we just need a sturgeon. Okay, I'll put those in the fish chest. Bullhead, carp, largemouth bass. And then we'll sell the rest. Wait, I should have kept a carp. Oh well, we're probably gonna be fishing tomorrow anyways, because I just need more money. Actually, no, I should probably be cleaning. Like, I'm not gonna have this much energy come, next season. So, gray shoots in there. Alright. Actually, after I go to bed, I'm gonna very quickly do a be right back. Because, ooh, we can make hardwood fence, cheese press, and quality sprinkler. Quality sprinkler! That's what we needed! Awesome. Oh, I also leveled up in fishing. That's awesome. Alright. I'm gonna very quickly set it to be right back, just because, I am out of tea. I am out of hydration. I'm out of things to drink. So, I am gonna go and grab something else. And, yeah, enjoy, Kaleidoskull by Lemon Demon in the meantime. See you in a sec. There we go, we're back. Almost forgot to unmute. We're not making that mistake again. This week is the week of less mistakes. Not no mistakes. Less. spirits feel neutral today. Okay, I don't think we need to do a super high amount of fishing anymore. Partially because, I'm getting a little bit bored with it. But also because we should take the opportunity that we have been given right now with, having all this extra energy due to not needing to, water our crops. We should use this to do more stuff around the farm, or actually I should probably do some more mining now that I think about it. What do I need for the... I need gold bars for that. Okay, we need to start delving deep into the mines. I may actually, I don't think that'll make us any, or enough, staircases. You know what, let's make 5. Now we'll take this, and let's head off to the mines. Because, I mean, even if we don't get to the level where we can even get iron, we do have some gold bars in storage that I could use. But also, if we get high enough in mining skill, we'll be able to just transmute iron into gold. So we can make a few quality sprinklers, this way we're not doing quite so much watering every single day. But then again, as a counterpoint to that counterpoint, actually we're gonna save the staircases. As a counterpoint to my counterpoint, I believe the summer is when the spa opens. And if the spa is open, then I'll be able to go there and recover my energy for free. So even though it does take a good chunk of your day, I won't have to worry too much about getting, like, an incredible amount of sprinklers. Vesta is scratching something in the other room. She was being so very nice and quiet, so I gave her a couple of treats. And now she's like, oh, I've gotten what I wanted, so that means I can be a bastard again. I do love her. She's a very sweet little cat. She just has the heart of a chaos goblin. You know what? I can't falter for that. I have my moments. I feel like I'm a lot less chaotic when I'm alone compared to when I'm with others. Maybe it's because usually when I'm in a group, I'm sort of like playing off of other people in the group. Part of that makes me wonder if I'd be better at collabs than just playing alone. I should ask Val if she wants to do anything, because since we already know each other, I feel like that'd be the quickest way to do something. But oh, hello. Give me bombs. Yeah. Gotta get all this copper because that'll mean more iron. And also because I need the copper for copper tools. Because I'm still on the basic tools. I'm still on the basic tools, and I feel like I should fix that, but also money. Alright. Did we get a staircase? I don't think we did. Ooh! I'm getting Omni Geodes. How is this happening? That's the second one I've gotten in this play session. I thought you weren't supposed to find those until you were, like, really deep in the mines. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just want to know what's going on there. Ooh. Minecart. Give me the coal. Give me the coal. Give me the coal. Yeah! That's very good. I think we'd be able to make some more preserves jars with this. Which would be very, very good. I know I can make a charcoal kiln as well, which would also solve the coal problem. But, the thing is, I don't feel like chopping too much wood at the moment. I feel like we need ore a little more than that. Like, the preserves jars are great passive moneymakers, but... Wait, I already unlocked a staircase further up, didn't I? I mean, I'll still take out these... Ooh. That's good. Even if, oh. I keep trying to keep a train of thought, and then the game keeps throwing things at me. I've forgotten what I was saying. I mean, even if I didn't get the staircase, then at least I've gotten another one up here. Alright. You know what? Let's actually speedrun the mines. Omni-geode, yeah. I'll get enough stone, whatever. Just by, like, existing down here. If I can speedrun. Oh. Huh. I don't like this. Give me a way down. Give me a way down. It's dark. I don't like not being able to see. There's a monster and I can't freaking see it. I don't like you. Die. Ah. How many hits? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Yes, okay. Let me go down. This is light. I like this. I like the light. Let's stay here. Let's stay here. Get me to somewhere I can see things consistently. Please. 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 I hate these dark levels. I hate them. I want to see what I'm doing. Ah. Get over here where I can see you. Idiot. Get back here. Okay, I'm glad to see bats. I think I need, like, what, 99 bat wings for one of the community center bundles. And actually, if I do that, I might be able to get the minecarts fixed tonight. That would be great. I would love to do that. Okay, well, at least there's amethyst. That's good. Okay. It is just refusing to give me a ladder. You know what? Fuck you. There. Speed run. Yes. Get me down. Get me down. We gotta go deeper. We gotta go deeper, faster. I believe we can hit the ice levels before we have to leave tonight. Actually, wait a minute. I can make certain of that. Yes. And I got the slingshot. I'm never gonna use it. But I guess it's cool to have it. Let's go down these stairs. Yes! Take out these little guys. We're gonna have to kill a lot of these little dust sprites. Because if you kill enough of them, you get, I believe it's called the bandit's ring, or the thieves ring. It makes more loot drop from monsters, and you want that. There we go. That took frickin' long enough. We're gonna need to upgrade our pickaxe before we come back down here, now that I think about it. Like, look at how long this takes. You know what? Reach the bottom of the mine. I mean, that's the plan. Don't be so impatient. Yes! Give me all of the iron. You know, we're gonna eat like 5 of these things. Sick of constantly being stopped. How dare you try to hold me back? Okay. Let's keep going. I wish you all a very die. Get quartz. Get that. Get this. This is topaz, right? Yep. Wait, was today Emily's birthday? If it was, I'm going to be so upset with myself. I think I have amethyst. I do. Okay, if it's her birthday, I can run to the saloon, and I can get there before she leaves, right? Please. Oh, wait, you. Hey, you. Take this. I love this. How did you know? Oh, I've just, you know, been here before. Okay. Today is Pierre's birthday. Wait, you're right here. You're right here. Say my birthday. No, say my Have I given Emily a gift this week? I have not. I should at least give her a quartz. while I'm out and about, while I'm here. You can't take anything from me. Here you go. Take the quartz. Yay. Hello, Gus. Also, I should be checking what he has to sell each day. Nah, nothing interesting. I just saw a text pop up on my phone. I guess my grandma won a bingo today. I want to reply, but my phone is also my webcam. So if you're hearing this right in the chat, congratulations, Nan. Yes! That's done. Okay. We're just gonna very quickly throw everything up in there. There. Put nothing in there. That in there. Put these in here. Put this away. We're gonna need wood. We're gonna need stone. We're gonna need coal. Make more preserves jars. And then take 7 strawberries. Very good. Awesome. Alright, that's some extra money for us. The preserves jars are great because unlike the wine kegs, the preserves jars will take literally anything outside of like forageables, and even then, like with berries, it'll take berries. Yeah, that was 7 strawberries, or 4 strawberries got us 1,000 gold. So that's why I'm trying to like save as much of my stuff as I can. Because it is a very good moneymaker. Greetings, Novella. It's our pleasure to inform you that your farm will be featured in our next week's up-and-coming column of the Stardew Valley Tribune. Congratulations, we're impressed with your quick progress. You know, every time that I see this, I wonder why it's here, because, like, I don't think the newspaper is a thing in Stardew Valley. Like, I don't think there's any way that I can, like, see the newspaper. So, I don't know what this is about. Like, it doesn't even, like, give you anything, I don't think. Like, it's cool that I'm in the newspaper, I guess, but, I mean... What effect does this have on me? I don't really, like, gain anything from being more well-known. Alright. I do want to upgrade my tools and stuff, but I'm gonna wait on it for just a little bit. Maybe there's a newspaper at the supermarket. I haven't seen one there. It's just, it seems like a weird addition. Like, it feels weird to have something in the game that, like, you know, it seems important if they're sending you a letter about it. But... I think it's just a wholesome, you're doing a good job, farmer. Yeah, you know, that's fair. That's fair. Just because usually whenever you get a letter, it has something to do with the gameplay. Like, I know there are a few events where people will send you letters. There are a few, like, if someone is sending you an item, it'll always be like, oh, here you go, here's a letter. I mean, nobody ever goes to the corporate supermarket. Oh, that's right. Okay, I thought you were talking about the general store for some reason. Yeah, I don't go to the supermarket. Fuck Joja. All my homies hate Joja. I mean, we saw what they were like in the intro. Oh, are my bats in? That's another thing. I haven't been checking on the bats. Oh, hell yeah, we got peach. We got peaches. We got salmon berries. I love these bats. Eat that, get some energy. Imagine liking Joja. This post has been made by the Pierre cult. I wouldn't say we're having a cult to Pierre because, guy's also kind of slimy in some ways, but not as slimy as Joja. It could be way worse. Also, I'm thinking tomorrow we're gonna wake up in a shiny new home. America Joja Mart was our president. Damn. I mean, at least it's not anymore. Like, obviously, there's still stuff that, you know, that can be better, but there always is. Like, there's stuff that needs to be better in Canada, too. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be better in Canada. We're just not as open about it. Come on. There we go. I'm not gonna talk too much about that, though. It's kind of a bummer, and it's kind of like political stuff, and I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. God, this grass situation is out of control. I keep saying that and then doing nothing to fix it. Wait. I should also do some stuff with these mixed seeds because, I've been saving them. I've been saving them for quite a while. Because they are basically free crops. But... Oh, is my rice done? Heck yeah, get that. I don't know if I'm ever gonna actually, like, mill the rice, but, I mean, I might as well keep it, right? What's the worst that could happen? Just cut the grass forehead. No, that's wasting hay! We're not wasting hay! Okay, we need to give the parsnips in. I'm just gonna focus on bringing stuff to the community center today, I think. Joja Mart is the creepy uncle you avoid. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't want to be anywhere near Joja. All my homies hate Joja. Okay. We should smelt an iron bar. Kind of want to go back to the mines just to get more bat wings because I believe... How many bat wings do we need? We need 10 of them. I think we can get 10 bat wings by the end of today, right? And if we do that, we'll be able to, Wait, we need more slime, don't we? God. Alright, nope, that's not gonna happen today. We're not doing that today, then. I thought I had enough slime. But I think you need 99 slime for that, so no, we're not doing that. I'll still grab these. I believe I also have some stuff that I need to do with, wood and stone. I can submit those. I got the 5 parsnips. I can send the peach in, I believe... Okay, that's quality crops. I think it's the crafts room, yes. That's exotic foraging. Oh, did I eat my cave carrots? We need the construction bundle. Which one is the... I know I need... I know there's one where you need, like, a bunch of the fruit trees. Oh, was it the first one I clicked on? Cool. JoJo Murder vs. Pierre is equivalent to EA versus Bethesda, lesser of two evils. Yeah, essentially. Essentially. Oh, I should save a jar of jelly for this artisan bundle. I think that's all we can bring to the community center. Oh, right, fish. We need fish as well. I'll bring all of these guys over. EA versus Nintendo. That too. But like, at least Nintendo is making quality products. Free Melee. I don't know anything about Smash Bros. Common thread here, capitalism is evil. Listen, I just said that we shouldn't do, like, political shit. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, though. No cockles. I want to scream. I only need one cockle. And then I get the... Oh. Sorry, Grandma. I used to love looking at the clouds, but I have trouble seeing them these days. Oh no. You guys just don't work as well as they used to. I'm sorry, that sounds very sad. You keep walking. I'm digging through your trash. TLDR, Nintendo wants you to buy their games, not play them. Yeah. I mean, that's every game company, though. Like, that's every big-name game company. That's kind of just what it's been reduced to, hasn't it? That doesn't go there. Oh, we don't have any specialty fish. Huh. I should have been saving more of my fish. Because I have barely any of them. EA wants you to buy the demo. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, the state of things. EA wants you to play them so they can charge you for it. Nintendo just hates their fans. Again, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like I've said earlier about the whole, like, the new Pokemon games thing. At least with the new Pokemon games, it shows that they're, like, kind of listening to fans. Like, it's not perfect, obviously. I wasn't expecting them to do something, to really do anything perfectly at this point. I will say, the bar is kind of on the ground. It's, for Pokemon, at least for me. Mostly because, like, what makes me hopeful about the new games is that at least they're experimenting. At least they're trying new things. That's all I wanted. That's all I really wanted. I just wanted to not have the same game with a new coat of paint. And that is kind of what, you know, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl are. But I can understand why they're like that, because they're remakes. They're also trying something new with the whole, like, pre-make type of deal that they're doing with the Legends. So, at least they're doing that. I can't say anything for, like, other Nintendo franchises. Pokemon is really the only one that I'm super into. Like, I've never played a Zelda game. I played some Mario games, but I'm, like, they're good. They're good, but they're just, you know, it's just a Mario game. I'm gonna put the oyster in there. Got that iron bar. should actually, before I forget, how much is a charcoal kiln? Oh, we can make that right now. Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to both Arceus and the DP remakes. Yeah! Yeah, I'm looking forward to them too. To an extent, like, they could still fuck it up. They could still fuck it up, and honestly, I'm not expecting huge things from it. I'm keeping my expectations in check because I know that, you know, I had super high hopes for, Sword and Shield, and the games did not meet those expectations. So, I need food. What am I doing? So I'm keeping my expectations in check just because it's like, I know the remakes, they could very well, it's not guaranteed that they're one-to-one remakes. They're certainly talking about them as if they are going to be, so it's very possible. But there's a chance that they'll have like their own little twist to them, just like how Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire have. But it's not a guarantee. And I mean, even if I am just playing Diamond and Pearl again with a fresh coat of paint, it's been a while since I've played a Sinnoh game. So, that's still something to look forward to. Just seeing the region again with a fresh coat of paint is also, like, it has its own charm. When I say I don't want to play the same thing again with a fresh coat of paint, I mostly just mean, like, the 3D Pokemon games, it kind of felt like Sun and Moon were, I mean, aside from, like, the Trials were a cool, like, experiment with changing up the formula, but they were still basically just gyms. Though then again, I'm not sure how you would be able to actually, like, make a super different boss battle in Pokemon without something like, you know, a Necrozma, or Ultra Necrozma, or Eternatus, or something along those lines. But it really kind of just felt like Alola was kind of just, you know, oh, it's X and Y, but this time it's in a tropical location. And then, Sword and Shield, us outside of, like, you know, the small or open world aspect of the wild area, felt kind of just like, oh, it's Sun and Moon, but for the Switch and in the UK. So, I don't mind it being, like, the same thing again, if it's a remake. Because a lot of people are holding, like, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire up on a pedestal right now. And saying, yo, these were, like, super good remakes. And they were good games. But they have a lot of things that were wrong with them, too. Some of the changes were actively made to make the game easier. Like, hell, you basically get a free legendary after the 3rd badge that you can then use for the rest of the game. Personally, I feel like if they don't change very much about it, they'll still be the difficult games that Diamond and Pearl were, because, like, especially the Cynthia battle. I am looking forward to battling Cynthia again. Because for a very long time, I did not beat Diamond and Pearl. It took me, like, a while to beat those games. It wasn't, like, an instantaneous thing. And if they have that in these new games, then I'll be very happy. Yeah, looking forward to the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Yeah, I saw a lot of people complaining about it, on YouTube comments, which is why I kind of have the stance that I have right now. Because I feel like people are being too harsh on games that we've only seen 2 minutes of footage from. And not all of those 2 minutes were from the games. We really don't know much at this point. People just gotta be patient. Like, I'm gonna wait for the games to come out if people say, oh yeah, the games are really good. Then I'll pick them up. Newer Pokemon games are so easy, they needed to keep the difficulty factor. Yeah, I'm not sure why they don't just add difficulty modes to the game. They experimented with this with Black and White. Of course, they were bonus modes you can only unlock after the fact. But they've done difficulty modes before. They can have it so it's easy for the kids. Like, they can have, like, you know, difficulty level 1, where it's like, oh, this is for, like, new players, for kids and whatever. And it's, you know, super easy, like, X and Y level easy. Or even just, like, you know, Sword and Shield level easy. Where it's still enough of a challenge that kids won't feel, like, pandered to. But still, like, a fair amount of challenge for a kid. And then have, like, a higher difficulty that people who have played the franchise for the past, like, 25 years can enjoy. Wouldn't be good. Better to add optional challenges. It's true, but a lot of the people are mostly, like, most of the complaints about the difficulty that I have seen have been people saying that the main story is too easy. And honestly, I can agree with that. I was able to sort of blast through my latest playthrough. I did another playthrough of Sword and Shield because I was considering whether or not to get the DLC. I did in the end. I never actually finished the DLC, and I should do that. But in my latest playthrough of Sword and Shield, I was like, okay, I am not going to Dynamax once in the entire game. I'm not going to Dynamax. Unless it's at, like, one of those, like, dens. Because I did do a little bit of that. Just because I wanted the cool, funky items. Because I wanted to buy clothes. And I needed stuff to sell. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to Dynamax once. And I think I blacked out in Sword and Shield. Once. In a gym. Just once. Which, considering that I am putting myself at a massive disadvantage, says a lot about the difficulty of those games. So I feel like the difficulty modes is the best option, because then this way, because like I said, they have done this before. They have added these difficulty modes in the past. They did it in Black and White. Oh god, Cynthia, not again. Yeah. They've done difficulty modes in the past. And all it was like, different trainers would have, like, an extra Pokemon. Or their movesets would be slightly different. Or they'd be, like, a couple levels higher. Like, nothing drastic. Just enough to say, hey, this is a harder mode. And I feel like that's the best way they could go about this. Because it honestly wouldn't take very much work at all to do this, either. Change a few parameters if the person sets it to easy. Or if they change it to hard. Let's go Eevee, easy. Let's go Eevee was completely easy. Yeah. I mean, but then again, that game is weird. The Let's Go games are very weird because, they're not quite main series, but they're not quite spin-offs. But I mean, those games were mostly made specifically to attract the younger demographic, and also to pull in people who have gotten back into Pokemon due to Pokemon Go. So I can see why those would be easy, because they're meant for newcomers to the franchise. See, Cynthia is memorable for the difficulty. Does anyone even remember the champion and say XY? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which is disappointing, because she has a nice design. She just doesn't frickin'... And also, should mention... Ooh, yay, new house! New house, big house. Big new house. Big new house. We gotta renovate. Take this. Take this. And take this. We're gonna set up a little breakfast nook over here. How do I rotate? How do I rotate? There we go. Yeah, and it's also like, with the evil teams. Like, yeah, seriously, Cynthia was a terrifying powerhouse, and I love the challenge. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everyone remembers Cynthia. It's the same thing with, frickin', Getsis from Black and White. Like, that dude was such a hard fight in Black and White. And in Black and White too, to an extent. When our level 40 aside. Just a second, just a second. I'm doing this renovation and I don't know where I'm putting things. Put the bed over here. Put it against the wall. I can't put it against the wall. This is heresy. Heresy, I tell you. I should put the breakfast nook over there. Okay. What I'm saying about Getsis, I'm gonna finish up this thought before I read chat. Like, everyone remembers that dude. Everyone who plays Black and White remembers Getsis because his team was frickin' powerful. Who remembers the Team Flare leader's name? Like, I remember it just because I've been obsessed with Pokemon for years, but my biggest problem with Alpha Sapphire is they give you a level 70 Rayquaza and a level 80 Deoxys that just blaze through the Elite Four, but then after the fact, the preschoolers have like level 80 Pokemon and all my Pokemon are level 40 aside from the Legends. Yeah. Part of Pokemon games is bad design. There should always be a place to train no matter how high level you are. Exactly, exactly. And yeah, I usually, like, in my playthroughs, I tend to just not use legendaries. Because I'm just like... It feels like cheating. It's not cheating, but it feels like cheating. I learned how to cook an omelet. That's nice. Good humor. We're not gonna do anything about that because, we're gonna keep cleaning up the farm. Use the free energy while we have it. I will say I'm probably gonna end the stream after the next day in Stardew. Because, once I get, like, the general, like, farm layout set up for the crops, I think that'd be a good place for me to end off. Or, actually, it might be good to end off, after this day. Because the next week we can, or, I mean, I was talking about not doing this next week, but, the next time we play, then this way, it's a clean start, new season, you know, we'll have plenty we'll have plenty to do to start off with. Very good place to start. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, actually. Hardest part, yeah. Lost the Elite Four, figured I'd do it once, then go back with my normal mons. Then there was nowhere to train or use them, so I had to give up on playing. In Pearl, I think I was literally like, I won't use Palkia against Cynthia, I won't need it, then almost died even when I used it. Yeah, exactly. Like, if they're gonna give you a legendary, at least make it so it's still a challenge even if you use the legendary. Like, I'm very much the type of person who's like, I just want to play with my favorites. Which is partially why I've never gotten too deep into the competitive scene. I do have some competitively trained mons. I have a whole team that's just ghost types. Because I love the ghost type. It's my favorite type of all time. Every one of those Pokemon are really, really good. I will say my love for the ghost type is why I don't like Decidueye quite as much, but that's a completely different story. That is a completely different story for another time. Because I feel like Decidueye stans are going to hate me for saying that. But yeah. Legendaries never be given, they should be earned. That's true too. Yeah, absolutely. Like, one of my favorite parts about Pokemon games when I first played was hunting down the legendaries and catching them. Like, I've heard a lot of people apparently complained whenever Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and eventually, like, also, Black and White came out. Because they were like, oh, there are too many legendaries. But to me, the legendaries were the most fun part of the game. I was so happy to be able to catch so many of them, and also because, like, I don't remember them being very easy to catch. There were a lot of them, sure, but that didn't make them easy. I really wish that they wouldn't, like, dumb things down for kids, because kids really don't need it. I did the frickin' Reggie puzzle when I think I was 10 years old, and I was using a Braille translation guide on a kid's toy that I had that matched up letters to Braille. I literally translated it one letter at a time on a notepad when I was 10. The puzzles should, like, if you're gonna add puzzles into Pokemon, don't make them easy. Kids don't need them to be easy. If kids really want something, they'll work for it. I never knew that was Braille. Yeah, that was the whole, like, Reggie thing. You had to do Braille and you had to figure out what the riddles meant. I did that when I was 10. It's really cool. I thought it was a fake language. No, it was actually Braille. And apparently, you know how Game Boy and, like, video games back then in general used to have little, like, guidebooks that came inside the case? Apparently the guidebooks for Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald had Braille translation guides in them. I didn't know this because I was young and I was impatient and I didn't read those things, but it was very cool that they had them in there. Like, they gave you everything you needed to solve it, and it was just up to you whether or not you actually took up the quest to find the Reggies. It wasn't something that was forced on you. You weren't ever told where they were. Had the official guidebook, lol. Yeah, I think I had something like that. I think it was like a book of, like, all the Pokemon. Like, it would actually, like, you know how if you go to, like, Cerebi.net, you can see, like, the Pokemon and, like, its all of its stats, its ability, all of the moves it can learn. It was something like that. And it had every single Pokemon at the time. I remember reading that book and being so upset that I couldn't get Deoxys. I wanted all the mythicals, but I remember Deoxys especially. I was looking at all of its forms and I was like, this is so freaking cool. Why can't I have this good Space Boy? So that's why I actually really liked the Delta episode in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I will admit, I cried when I actually caught Deoxys because I had waited frickin' 10 years to get Deoxys in any form. And now I have him and he's my Space Noodle. I like the defense for him the most. The arms look like fettuccine. I remember seeing some sort of guidebook for Smash that rated Marth as 10 out of 10. I mean, they weren't wrong. I know nothing about it. That reminds me of Fossil Fighters and that one challenge that took forever to figure out, but you just had to look at the letters sideways. I remember seeing Fossil Fighters in stores as a kid, because here's the thing, like, generally, I didn't get very many, like, video games and stuff as a kid. So, like, the ones that I did get, I would always make sure that, you know, they were the ones that I really wanted, outside of, like, a few times where I was just an idiot kid, because I had that, that terrible Imagine Movie Stars game as a kid. So I wasn't exactly, like, quality-based, but it was like, I was looking at Fossil Fighters, and I was like, well, why would I get this when I could buy Pokemon? So I would just stick with Pokemon instead. I really wish I'd played it, like, nowadays. I feel like I missed out on a lot of, like, really good games, because as a kid, I was just so obsessed with Pokemon. Hours in the Rages. I spent hours on the boulder puzzle. Oh, the boulder puzzles in frickin' Gen 3. Those were also pretty tricky. Trying to catch Groudon and Emerald. Yeah, wasn't the whole thing with Groudon, like, you had to go to the weather center, and they'd tell you if there was, like, a drought happening somewhere in the area? They were almost like roaming legendaries, but not quite. It's very interesting. There are a lot of things that they've done in past games that I wish they would do again. Like, in particular, okay, I have a bit of a bone to pick with, mythical Pokemon. They don't do them right anymore. Like, I remember back when I was a kid, watching videos online. Like, I actually got an action replay because I wanted to see all of these mythical events, because it was always like, oh, you go to, like, this special location, and it's, like, way off from everything else. Like, to get to Shaman, you have to go to this, like, flower garden in the middle of nowhere, and it's, like, all hidden. And to get Darkrai, you have to do this, like, spooky event where you go to an island in your dreams. And it was all, like, super cool. And I was so excited. I always, like, really wanted to see those events legitimately. It really felt like you were going on an extra quest in Pokemon. Nowadays, they just give them to you. They just give you the mythicals. They don't even feel like legendaries anymore. They feel like gift Pokemon. Even in design, too. Like, I've said this before, Zeraora did not need to be a mythical. Zeraora is just a Lucario clone that they were like, no, this one is a special furry. This isn't your typical furry, this is a special furry. So it's gonna be distribution only. And it's like, why? What makes this thing so special? Go to a location, what is this, 2019? God. I want to go to museums again. That's all I want. I don't care about going anywhere else. I don't care if I go anywhere else. I want to go to museums. I want to look at old dinosaur bones and go, ah. Special furry. Yeah, that's all Zeraora is. Zeraora is just a furry that had parental favoritism. And I will die on this hill. What? I'm sorry, sir. I think you misspelt that last word, angel. Okay, I was about to say. I think you did a typo there, bud. Every single one of his freckles is a kiss from an angel. Spent ages trying to figure out the ice floor gym puzzle in Heart Gold. Yeah. Like, I just wish that things would be, I just wish that things would be difficult, is not something I should say in 2021. Mistapped send. Understandable. I was not a clever child. Yeah, but it's like, the thing is, kids are either, like, you don't need to worry about, it's not like you're trying to get a subscription or anything from these kids. They've bought the game. They've given you their money. Or the parents have anyways. So, why are you trying so hard to make them have, like, such an easy experience. Like, I know that there was, like, that backlash because, I don't remember who said it, but someone involved in Pokemon said, like, kids would rather play smartphone games nowadays. We need to make something that's, like, quick and easy. But if kids really want something, they will work for it. Like, this isn't a crazy thing. As kids, we wanted to see what was going on in Pokemon. We wanted to, you know, beat that gym, catch that legendary, do cool stuff. And we weren't gonna be able to do it if we didn't beat the puzzles. Game Freak just needs to have more faith in kids. People in general need to have more faith in kids. Like, you don't need to dumb stuff down for them. In fact, kids hate that shit. That's why so many kids try to, you know, play stuff like Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty or whatever. Kids don't like being talked down to. And if you start talking down to kids, they're not gonna want to consume your content anymore. They're not gonna want to watch your show, play your game, you know, listen to your music, if they know they're being talked down to. Anyways, that was that was a bit of a rant. I do think I'm going to end it here because we have been going for how long now? We've been going for about 3 hours. That's a pretty good stream time, I would say. So we're going to exit. We're going to go to our just chatting screen. Hopefully, within a little bit, I'll be able to make proper layouts for these things, which is the next. I mean, first I gotta work on thumbnails. The thumbnails come first. I'm still not done the one for AI the Somnium files. I'm so sorry, everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna work on reducing that humming sound in the background. I'm gonna see what I can do about that. I don't know if there's gonna be anything I can do about that. Hopefully there will be. But, I mean, if there isn't, what can you do? But yeah. Oh yeah, ash collecting in Gen 3 was so much fun. I always wanted to get that, like, glass table for my secret base. I love how ambitious I was as a kid. I was always like, yeah, I gotta have the most expensive stuff. I gotta have the stuff that takes the longest to get, the rarest stuff. And then whenever Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, whenever I made my secret base, it was just Duskull plushies. Just Duskull plushies sitting on the floor. I can't hear the buzzing in the background anyway. Oh. Really? Because, like, I was... like I said, I was listening over to the AI the Somnium files, thing before, and I asked the chat before if, like, there was still, like, a faint humming noise in the background. I spent an entire day getting the crown in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yeah! Yeah, it's kinda like that. It's kinda like that. In the lab, because it's so loud in here. Yeah, that could be it. Either way, I've heard from some people that there's still, like, a buzzing in the background. I'm gonna try and fix it. I'm gonna try to fix it, but, no guarantees. No guarantees. It might just be my computer, and if it is, then we're just kind of shit out of luck, aren't we? So yes, anyways, thank you for joining my stream today. Tomorrow we'll be back at 2 p.m. EST with more AI the Somnium files. I hope to see you all there. Things are getting very interesting in that game, and I want to see if any of my theories are at all correct. They're probably not, but... yeah, we'll see what goes on there, because they're getting into the mind-twisty stuff, and I'm looking forward to more of that. So thank you all, everyone, for attending my stream. You can find links to my Twitter in the description. I do posts throughout the week. And I also post whenever I do another stream. If you would like to be alerted every time that I stream, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until tomorrow, hope to see you again.